What's going on, YouTube? I almost got electrocuted today. So there I was, I had just returned from Harbor Freight, a store for the white trashiest people on the planet of Earth. I was there to buy a shop light for my laundry room. A shop light is one of those long strip lights that kind of just hangs by these little chains. You plug it in, bingo, bango, bongo, you now have illuminance. I, in my haste, however, forgot that whenever you are dealing with lighting, even if you think it's just a simple plug it in, you should always turn off that breaker switch. This is a circuit breaker. Learn and understand how it works for your own safety. End of PSA. So there I was, it was assembled, I had the screws tight, she was in perfect position. And then I went to go plug it in. It's high, it's up above, so I went to go plug it in, and then whoosh, there's sparks and I damn near died. So what did I learn? I learned to always turn off my breaker when dealing with lighting. Today, you're gonna learn something too. Welcome back to Whiteboard Wednesday. We don't always learn things on Whiteboard Wednesday. Sometimes we just get a good laugh. But today, we might actually learn something. At least I hope you do. Today, I'm gonna help you hit gooder. Hitting in MLB The Show, we know, is a very fickle thing. It's very hard. It's gotten easier, especially in MLB The Show 23, because pitching is a myth. But it's still a hard thing to master, especially if you're new to the game. So with these tips, I hope that you get better. If you enjoy Whiteboard Wednesday, the weekly series on MLB The Show, that is a little bit of comedy, a little bit of learning, a little bit of MLB The Show. If you enjoy it, though, make sure you like and subscribe, comment down below any other topics you might want for Whiteboard Wednesday, or let me know some of your hitting tips that maybe I did not cover in this short little video. I feel like I haven't used the pointer in a while, so let's break this bad boy out again. Walk mentality. I want to just get something out of the way real quick, real fast. By walk mentality, I don't mean go to the plate looking to walk. I don't mean stand there like a statue. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's not what I mean. I do not encourage you doing that. What I mean by walk mentality is that I think you should go into every game, BR, events, ranked, any type of game mode, saying in your head, okay, I'm going to take at least 1 walk this game. In ranked, maybe you want to extend that to 2 walks, maybe even 3. But generally speaking, preaching that over and over and over again, I need to walk this game, I need to walk this game. Preaching that over and over again, I need to walk this game, I need to walk this game. Eventually, you're going to be patient. You're going to take pitches. You're going to wait for your pitch to hit. Again, I am not telling you to go up there and never swing the bat. If you get a first pitch cookie, swing at the first pitch cookie. I definitely encourage you to swing and get hits. You can't win unless you hit. But if you're really struggling at the plate, it probably means your pitch selection isn't great. You might be a free swinger. By trying this, going into every game saying, I will walk at least once, I promise you, it will change your life. My JV baseball coach used to tell me this. Shout out, Coach G. 1 pitch, 1 spot. I'm sure it's something many baseball players have heard. It's not like I'm creating a new phrase for everybody here. But what does 1 pitch, 1 spot means? It means going into every at-bat, it doesn't matter what count it is. I am starting off fresh on an 0-0 count saying I am only swinging at a fastball low and away, a sinker low and away, a fastball in. I am sitting on 1 pitch in 1 spot. This kind of piggybacks off number 1, which, I just realized it says number 1. We gotta fix that. Oh no! This kind of piggybacks off number 1, where you're trying to go in there with a patient mentality. By thinking 1 pitch, 1 spot, hopefully, your fingers won't think for themselves, and you'll be patient. You'll wait until you get the pitch that you think you can handle. Or maybe it's the pitch that's been ambushing you. Maybe you've been struggling against your opponent with fastballs inside. So you know what? I'm going to cheat for it, and I'm not going to swing unless I get it. This strategy admittedly works a lot better later in games, especially if you're playing ranked seasons. If it's the 3rd, 4th, 5th inning, and you've started to pick up on your opponent's tendencies, 1 pitch, 1 spot is a great strategy. If he starts off every single left-handed batter with a fastball low and away, you bet your ass you should be sitting on it. All of these hitting tips, 1 through 5, are all easier said than done. It's one thing to think these things, say these things, and then try to do them, but then you see baseballs just whizzing past you in the strike zone, and here you are swinging away. This is all about just making you as prepared as possible mentally for hitting, because hitting is mental. Yogi Berra said that. He also said that there were forks and spoons in the road, and that he doesn't know how to do percentages, and Yogi Berra was a character, man. He's a silly goose. Fun fact, Smash Mouth wrote the song AllStar about the mode you should constantly be playing MLB The Show on. Doesn't matter what lyrics.com says. It's not, hey now, you're an all-star. It's, hey now, you're on all-star. You should be doing every single thing possible in MLB The Show on all-star or higher. Of course, you can't control the difficulty of moments or showdown. That's fine. I'm talking about the things you can control. Conquest, you should be doing all of that on all-star, or, I usually do it all-star, or you could do it on Hall of Fame. A lot of people I know do it on Hall of Fame. I think practicing at a pitch speed, that is what most people will play exclusively online. BR events and most of ranked is on All-Star. Why would you try to do it easier? I understand you can fly through the Conquest on rookie mode. It's easier to get your stat-based missions. Gabagool. It's also easier to get your individual player PXP. But I promise you, if you want to get better at something you're struggling at, you need to test yourself when it doesn't matter. And Conquest don't matter. Honestly, events and BR don't matter. If you're not good at ranked and you're trying to get better at ranked, go live in events. Just play all-star consistently forever. It's the only way to get better. I promise you. If you do this, instantly you'll see results. Instantly. The number one thing people struggle at, arguably, is the speed of all-star and then higher difficulties, Hall of Fame and Legend. You're not going to get better at seeing the speed unless you practice it. Instead of sitting in custom practice, which is a fine mode, don't get me wrong, but instead of sitting in custom practice, you can also get progress in other things while playing all-star in Conquest and such. Knowing your hitters. Let's use the pointer. Know your hitters. That is a very important factor not only in lineup building and lineup construction, but your overall comfortability at the plate. First things first, and I say this all the time, if you're not comfortable with a hitter, don't effing use him. It doesn't matter how juiced he is. If you suck with Ken Griffey Jr., don't use Ken Griffey Jr. Don't bat him fourth just because everybody else does. Just take him out of your lineup. It's as if he doesn't exist. But more importantly with know your hitters, not so much know their tendencies, that does help, but just know how their swing paths kind of work. Like, for example, in my opinion, I think Chipper Jones slays the ball to the opposite field. Maybe I'll start sitting on away pitches because he has a really nice swing to the other way. Other hitters, maybe like a Trey Turner, pull the ball a lot better. So maybe I cheat inside and I try to really turn my hips and get my hips open. Being comfortable with your hitters and knowing your hitters and just knowing how they hit best will help you set up and attack and strategize each at-bat. Some people just like to read and react. They leave their PCI in the middle of the strike zone, and then whenever the pitch comes in, they move it around and hope they hit it. Instead, I encourage, cheating is running rampant in MLB The Show right now, but this cheating is okay. Cheat to pitches that you think your hitters can mash. Confidence, smile. This is the corniest one. We saved it for last. I apologize. But it really is true. So much about hitting in this game is mentality driven. If you're in a big hole against your opponent in inning 1, don't let it get to you. Have the confidence to be like, you know what? I'm going to hit myself back into this game. Ain't nobody going to strike me out. Watch this ball fly. You have to have that confidence as a hitter, especially in MLB The Show. The game is already difficult enough. You do not need your emotions, your mentality, things like that in your head holding your own self back. Like, you need to be capable of hitting yourself out of a funk. And I think you can do it. Hell, I know you can do it. Confidence also extends to making the correct decisions. If it's late in the game, do I go to a pinch hitter? Do I not? Be confident in that choice, whatever choice it is you're making. You'll only know if it's the right one until after you do it. So you might as well give it a shot. If you think you need a pinch hitter, put in the guy who has better stats versus lefties and or righties. Put in the guy with better clutch. Put in the guy you are confident swinging the stick with and go hit that home run. Without confidence, you will not hit in MLB The Show. I know the game rewards a lot of fluky crap, and a lot of people get some hits and runs and wins even that they have not earned. But that does not change the fact that you need to go into it with a clear mind and just know that you're about to rake, you're about to put 10 runs on the board, every single person you queue up against is about to get mercied. That's the mentality you should have, even if we know it's not 100% true. You still need to have that mentality. Thank you guys for listening to another week of Whiteboard Wednesday. I hope these hitting tips helped. I know that is not the traditional way to get hitting tips on YouTube. Usually it comes with a lot of people playing custom practice or showing you different situations in which they created these hits and these runs and these perfects. And I don't slight those creators. I don't slight those videos. But I think I wanted to give you guys something a little different, a little shorter, a little more digestible, and more mental than anything else. So if you enjoyed this video, and if you think these tips will help you, please make sure you like and subscribe. As Daddy Dimmu says, together we can defeat the YouTube algorithm, and boy howdy, I can't wait to do so. Make sure you comment down below anything you like. Whatever words come out of your mouth, /fingers, put them down below right there. See you next week! That was really dramatic, but I have to come back to turn it off now.